Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the channel. You'll see this on Halloween 2022. So happy Halloween. Appreciate you guys checking in and watching. This is kind of a serious video. You've probably seen the title or the post I put up. But I got asked a lot about this whole Kanye West cancellation thing because apparently Goodwill has now said they will not accept any donations of Kanye's merchandise like Yeezy shoes, etc., or anything that he's made or sponsored. Also, you've seen stores like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, who said they won't buy any of his merchandise from the bigger stores to liquidate. Just across the board, everybody canceling Kanye West. If you're not familiar with what Kanye said, I'm not going to get into the details of it. I'll probably end up getting my video taken down if I do. But basically, he rattled off on social media a whole bunch and in an interview, a podcast interview, a whole bunch of really negative things. Some of it was anti-Semitic, about Jewish people and the Nazis and all sorts of other type of things that were just kind of half-cocked off the rails. So here's the thing, and I'll preface this video by starting with this. I think Kanye West is overall a bad person. I think he's a douchebag, if I can say that on YouTube. But I think he's a creative, musical, fashion genius. I think the guy knows exactly what he's doing most of the time. And usually Kanye does a little bit of shock value in his marketing. He'll do things that are over the top. He'll do things that are just crazy off the wall, but it works. And that's how he made $1.3 billion worth of net worth, assets and money and whatnot. Now, he's apparently lost like $800 or $900 million worth of net worth in the last week because of everything that he said, and he's now being canceled. Adidas canceled his contract. Balenciaga canceled his contract. All these stores are not buying up his merchandise. JP Morgan Chase Bank told him to take his money elsewhere. They don't want his money in their banks anymore. So a lot of people, Skechers, the owner of Skechers are actually Jewish guys. They told him no. He showed up at their building unannounced. So anyways, I think Kanye is a smart guy, and I think that he usually knows what he's doing. But I think this time he may have gone off the deep end. And I think his divorce from Kim Kardashian, whatever you think of the Kardashians, whatever, he's not taking it well. Them aside, he's obviously having some form of a mental breakdown, a mental health issue. And Kanye has a record or a history of that anyways. So this has probably put him over the top. He's doubled down on a lot of these positions, talking about all these things, which you can Google and look up to see exactly what he said. There were some points he made that were actually legitimate, and he had some good points. The problem is, even when you have a good point about certain things, not all things, I'm not supporting Kanye in any way, but there were a few things he said that made sense. You can't support those viewpoints and those comments by comparing things to the Jews and the Nazis. It doesn't really work out too well for you, and I think he's finding that out the hard way. So all I'm going to say is people were asking, should resellers stop reselling his merchandise? Should we cancel him? Should we stop buying it? Should we stop selling it? Is his merchandise going to go up in value? The answer is yes. It's going to go up in value because there's always people that will buy their stuff. There are people that support him. There are people that will support him bigger now because of what's happened. There are people that will cancel him. He's not going to stop selling his merchandise and people aren't going to stop wanting it. It's going to be harder for him directly, but on the resale market, I think it'll do just fine. Out of a moral, human standpoint, should you resell his merchandise? I'm not going to resell his merchandise. I've never really resold his merchandise ever. Anyways, I think I've ever owned one piece of Kanye merchandise. It's just not my market. But if I was in that market, would I stop? This time, a lot of times I say, don't let personal feelings get in the way of making money in business. But on this one, I'd say he probably went a little too far and maybe a lot too far. That's up to you to decide, but I wouldn't sell his merchandise. If you're asking me personally, Casey, Rockstarflipper, I would not sell Kanye's merchandise unless a lot of things change. So that's mine. Take it for what it's worth. If you decide to continue doing it, that's your personal and your morale and your business decision. If you don't, then hey, that's your decision as well. I'd like to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. Have you ever sold Kanye's merchandise? Do you sell it now? Will you continue selling it? Or are you stopping? Where is your position on that? How do you feel about, his stuff reselling Yeezys and Balenciaga and all the stuff that he's made, the puffer jackets, whatever it might be. Kanye's been responsible for a lot of merchandise. So let me know in the comment section below, but I figured I'd just, kind of touch on that a little bit. I didn't want to dig too deep into it. You guys can Google it and look it up on Twitter or TMZ or wherever to find out exactly what he said. It wasn't good. I promise you guys. It was A little bit shocking, a lot shocking even to me, and not a lot really shocks me. So go look it up and then decide for yourselves what you want to do if you ever come across Kanye West or Yeezy music or merchandise or clothing or fashion or shoes or whatever it might be. So leave it down below. I appreciate you guys watching, and can't wait to read the comments. Have a happy Halloween. Be safe, trick-or-treating, the kids, the whole thing. I'll get you guys some pictures and videos of what we do here in the neighborhood. It's awesome in the lagoon. And I'll put it up on my social media. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Rockstarflipper on Instagram and at Casey Rockstarflipper on TikTok, and I'll see you guys over there after a while. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel here on YouTube, and until later, I'll see you guys next time.